My name is Erin Turner, and this is my data analysis protocol for AEP 858. I chose to break this down into 4 steps, with the central focus being what is best for our students. So step 1 will be to collect the data, and we would then analyze this data. We would then create our action plan, and then we would finally implement the changes. So I'm going to break it down bit by bit for you to kind of give you a little more detail for each step. So for data collection, we would start with formative assessments. These are the assessments that are given daily, weekly, monthly in classrooms. Probably not daily, but weekly and monthly in classrooms for the teachers that they give. And then we would go to our perception surveys to our stakeholders to include our parents, our staff, our community members, our students. We would then go on to building and classroom observations. And we wanted this to be more of a building protocol as opposed to a classroom protocol. So we definitely want people on the building level looking at things like, for example, how we line up for lunch or how we line up for recess or how behavior is in the cafeteria or things like that. And then finally, the progress monitoring that is going on with our teachers in their classrooms tracking that data. When we analyze our data, it is very important that we work together, not just by grade levels, not just intermediate or primary teachers, but as an entire staff, a whole staff collaboration, so that everyone is able to give their opinion and everyone is able to hear what other people are saying. We need to be identifying what our strengths are, what our areas of improvement are, and what are some possible reasons that we're getting the data that we're getting. At this point, looking for those sources of what could change where we are now and how we could lead up to where we wanted to be. My action plan. Developing an action plan to carry out our new plan of action. We are looking to see how we can meet the needs of all of our students, and that is key right here. We want to meet the needs of all of our students. What needs to be done to get our lower level or our struggling students to the point where they are on grade level and they're meeting those grade level standards. What changes will need to be made and who would be in charge of making those changes. And finally, what is our time frame that we are looking for? I think it's very important to stick to a timely schedule so that we can continue to come back and review where we are and where we need to be. To implement the change. When we implement the change, we will need to make sure that we put our action plan into effect in a timely manner. We need to monitor the successes that we have, and we need to ensure that all of our stakeholders are participating so that anybody who is on that original plan of attack, that action plan, is carrying the load and doing what they're supposed to do on their part. And the biggest thing for this will be to provide timely feedback, making sure that everyone is staying on top of what they're supposed to stay on top of, grading papers, progress monitoring. This way you can ensure that everyone knows what's going on where they need to know what's going on. Then we would go back to collecting more data, analyzing progress from that point. We want to make a new action plan and then implement those changes as well. So it's just a cycle that will just continue to move and continue to grow. And I believe that having these questions in place and having a protocol would be very helpful for everybody involved, so that whether you're a classroom teacher, whether you're a para, whether you're admin, whether you're a resource teacher, whomever you are in our building, having these questions and having this protocol in place keeps everybody accountable and everybody can do what they need to do. So I would like to thank you for watching, and I've enjoyed this class.